And we continue to look ahead to local racing. It is day two of this current week, and Wednesday racing comes through from KZN. It is in the heart of Durban at Greyville Racecourse. Hollywood Bets the Greyville Racecourse, where we have an A-Trace program. And please take note, it is all races on the poly, as opposed to the original arrangement, which was the first three on a turf and the remainder on poly. So we're on poly for the duration of our stay, which commences at 12:20. This is Weighted to Win, proudly brought to you by the home of the Summer Cup 2024, and that is Betway. All right, with us coming through for race number one and for the 8 races is our KZN tipster, and that is Mr. Gary John. Gary John, a very small field that waits us for that opener, and we have an odds-on favorite in the first. First of all, it is great to be with you again, and a good morning to you.
Cecil, likewise, and a good morning to you too, and good morning to all the punters. Hopefully today we can improve on our previous performance, and also, yes, today's card, a lot of small fields. Hopefully we can catch some exotics. I'm feeling quite confident with the exotics today. I'm overdue, I feel like it.
All right, let's talk about Meritorious 11 to 20. That is one of 2 3-year-olds in the race in the colours of the Plague at SA. One first time out for the Canmere stable. Craig Zaki retains the ride. And is that a banker in our first leg of the bipod?
Cecil, I've gone with the first two favourites in the betting, both coming out of their maidens. They weren't the strongest maiden fields, both of these horses, Sasha's Dream and Meritorious. But also just speaking what it's up against, this is a really weak bunch. So any improvement from either one, I'm sure they'll find the winner's enclosure. I've gone 7 and 8 in my bar pot. Found it hard to bank in the favourite here. I do believe it is the right horse. I was impressed with its debut effort. Now stepping up to the 1600, it looks to be the right horse. But I make it between these two horses. If you want to add one more, will be the one, but I haven't added it in. I've taken a small chance, but I'm sure these two will be fighting it out.
All right, so that's an outlay of 72 Rand. It is commencing with that first at 12.25 as opposed to the 12.20 I alluded to, and it's a fillies and mares 66. And again, if you're just joining us, all races on the poly at Hollywood Bets Greyville. All right, you're still with us here on A Weighted to Win, proudly brought to you by Betway. And don't forget, you can now top up your account for that Betway bet. For the league, Pirates leading by 6 points overnight. And of course, you can take a bet. Will they last the distance from Sundowns? And of course, to have that bet and to top up your account, it is now easy. Just get yourself a blue voucher from your local supplier, and just 50 Rand or more, and you stand a chance of winning that 50,000 Rand, or at least being part of that 50,000 Rand that's up for grabs. All right, so we talk about needing a voucher. You need a voucher. You need some money to get involved in the PA, which starts in race number 2, and this is off at 1 o'clock. We're at a merit rate at 78 for race number 2. It's over the 1,600 meters. And Gary John, this is a tricky affair. Again, the small field's the order of the day, but as they say, the smaller the field at times, I know people get irritated, and that can be a banana skin for some races.
Yes, Cecil, I have to agree with you here. This is a very competitive field. In my bar pots and PAs, I'm putting in numbers 2, 4, and 8. Just speaking on Karari's Dream, it's been on over the course and distance once for one win. And also Palmyra, my other selection, I really was impressed with its comeback run last time. Just noting that Kawari's Dream and Palmyra have both met on the turf to the Scottsville Turf 1750 to Master of Destiny. There was not much in it today. Once again, I don't see much in it between these two horses. My value horse in the race will be Fish Eagle. I was impressed with this last start to neither here nor there on the Poly 1400. Just noting also once again, neither here nor there did come out to frank that form by winning by four lengths. So this horse might be the value horse in the race at 10 to 1. My only slight concern is the 1600 with it, but if it repeats its last run, it will go very close. I see it between these three horses. Hard to make preference for my first choice, though.
And of course, that run that impressed you was a first run for the Gary Rich stable since relocating from the Binder stable, but certainly a proven poly performer. That is a Fish Eagle, part of that first leg of the PA 2, 4, and 8. And again, it's an outlay of just 72 Rand for that PA. Merit is 78, and we drop back in a trip to 1,200 meters for race number 3. The first leg of the pick 6 this afternoon at Hollywood Bets Greyville. You can take out number 2, Iron Will. That leaves us with a field of just 6 runners. The start of the pick 6. And again, a reminder, if you need to top up your account, if you are in the office, just get yourself a blue voucher. And again, a reminder that it is 50 Rand or more, and you're in line to win that 50,000 Rand or be part of that 50,000 Rand that is up for grabs. All right, race number 3, we have that scratching Mr. Gary John Iron Will in that first leg of the pick 6. The merit rate is 78. A field of 6. And how are you going to play this? It is 3 runners that dominate the betting. One of them is the Rhythm, the other is the 4 Kalahari Roller, and to a lesser extent the 3 Boom Shakalaka. And of course, we still obviously await Muzi and the latest update, but he is back at home. And he was due to ride the 3 Boom Shakalaka, and this will be a decent chance ride for Mr. Gavin Larena, who had a double yesterday at the Val.
Cecil, just speaking of my first choice here, Boom Shakalaka, I'm willing to put a line through its last run. I also do think the poly will suit this horse. I also know the stable spoke so highly of this horse on its last 2 outings, and especially on its last outing was very disappointing. They also backed it in that day. I have to, I'm expecting a much better and improved run from Boom Shakalaka. My second choice here will be Kalahari Roller. It was a bit unlucky last time at the start, from what I can remember. And just going back to its previous form to Connery, I think it was a great run, and Roscoe Jess, and the 9.5 lengths to Danton from Stanton. Now meeting the right company can definitely pop up with the claim 4 on it. And then my third choice will be Rhythm. You just have to respect the run to Master Bling. Obviously, stepping up to the 1,200 is a slight concern, but on its last previous runs, the form is there. Master Bling's come out to win, and the runs to Love in Winter, One Too Many. This is also good enough form to pop up in a field like this. I'm going the 3 horses in my pick 6, 1, 3, and 4, but my first choice will be Boom Shakalaka. I was thinking of bankering it, but obviously I played a little bit safe.
Okay, so that's an outlay of 270 Rand. And if you turn it to leg number 4, that is race 6, Gary John has deliberately included the scratching in that 4th leg, and that is number 8, a Priceless Pearl. And again, still a very, very inexpensive outlay of 270 Rand. I say inexpensive because 10% will cost you 27 Rand. All right, so we move on to race number 4. We've got 2 jackpots as per normal, and the first one starts in race 4, being an 8-race program. This is a maiden plate. We are going over the 1,200 meters once again. No scratchings here, a field of 8, and a pretty short price favorites, 19 to 10, and a runner who certainly does enjoy this surface more than the turf it would appear. And Gary John has told us that time and again. That is, some say McDazzler, some say MC Dazzler. Either way, Gary John, MC Dazzler, Dean Canamere, Craig Zaki, draw 8 out of 8 runners, and not the worst of results in a field like this. Should it be a winner this afternoon?
Cecil, I don't really trust McDazzler. It's had its chances. Obviously, they're trying now the drop back to the 1,200. It could be right for it, but this horse moves up like it's going to win, and then it just seems to look around for company. So it's very hard to trust in my eyes. Maybe for a PA and bar pot, it could be a possible banker. I've played to beat it. Just speaking on Mindmap's comeback run, comeback run on the poly in Durban. It ran a good race. Once again, the stable fancied it to kill this day, and it got beaten. But my first selection here is River Dance. It's actually run behind Mindmap last time, also came off a rest. But I feel the extra 200 meters could be the key with this horse. It's on the improve, and I think it's going to reverse the form line with Mindmap. I have gone both of them in my pick 6, but I suggest a win bet here on River Dance. I think it's worth the price in this field. It's a really bad bunch. And once again, just speaking on the first time, I haven't heard anything about it, but it won't have to be too good, number 4, to beat a bunch like this. I see the race in this order: 5, 3, and 8. But I really like River Dance. I think it's going to improve and win today.
Okay, so no suggested jackpot for this very first one. There is a win bet and a bit of value there at 4 to 1. Is number 5, River Dance. And please note number 3, Mind a Map, who is the favorite, is a chance right once again for Gavin Arena, deputizing for Muzi Yeni. Right, so we go from a maiden plate back to a Fillies and Mares at 78. We retain the distance of 1,200 meters, and at this juncture, worth reminding you that you are on the way to win. Proudly brought to you by Betway, and now that final log for the big one at the Summer Cup on the 30th of November was updated yesterday. The final log, and of course, the barrier draw is on the 20th of November. So we're certainly looking forward to that. It is going to be a high race and a half come the end of the month. Right, so let's have a look at race number 5. We've got a scratching. That is number 6, piece by piece. Ladybug, the 5, that is a short at 13 to 10. And thereafter, you've got the 2, Siberian Winter, and the 3, Sky Tricks, are vying for second favoritism. But Ladybug is your clear favorite, and that is at 13 to 10. Now, the scratching comes through. And Mr. Gary John, would you suggest a banker if you had a budget constraints, or banker, period, given the form of the poly about Ladybug?
Cecil, I was going to banker this horse Ladybug. I also nearly made it my best bet for the day. I really was impressed with its last victory. It's had 3 runs on the poly track for two wins, and its first run to Gimmy's Countess was still a great run in my eyes. I've opted to put a scratching in with the danger. So obviously, if the favourite wins, I double up, but I'll win a third less. But I get the extra horse. My danger, Sky Tricks, I really feel the drop back to the 1,200 will be right for this horse. Its form lines are there. I really like its runs to Blue Horizon, Gorgeous Girl, and it's also one on the poly over the 1,400 to pour some sugar on me. And also don't mistake the run to Perilla. I think these form lines are strong enough here. I don't see much in it between these two, but my slight preference will be Ladybug. I think it will get it right today. And then just speaking on Siberian Winter, I did like the form line, but I have my question marks for the poly, trying the poly for the first time. I'm a bit scared it might get a bit too out of its ground. If it's in the race, it should be a big runner, but I'm strong here with 3 and 5. It should definitely get us through.
3 and 5, that is the story of the first leg of that jackpot. That is race number 5 at Hollywood Bets Greyville. And please be reminded, jockey change on the 4, Copacabana, who comes off a 182-day rest. Chance right, Gavin Arena. It is mayhem at the top of the 900 million newly launched Betway General Soccer League. That is, of course, our PSL. 6 points ahead of Sundowns, our Pirates. And, of course, the wind has been knocked out of the sail of once a big and still local powerhouse, Kaiser Chiefs. But I'm sure they will bounce back sooner rather than later. Exciting times ahead indeed. Any profile that is involved with Betway, you certainly are going to get a lot of fun. And, of course, we've got the Summer Cup to look forward to. Now, race number 6. This is a Tab Gold Soccer 6, 8, and a 10 maiden plate. It's over the 1,900 meters. We've got the scratching off the 8, Priceless Pearl. And here the favoritism is the 2, Roller the Viking, and odds on at 9 to 10. The 4, Hoodwinked, is at 3 to 1. And then you've got the 3, Rain of Water, at 7 to 2. Yet a jockey to be confirmed for Muzi Yeni. He was due to ride the odds-on favorite, and that is the 2, Roller the Viking, for a lucky owner, Mr. Sid Moodley, Frank Robinson, the trainer. So we'll wait that to come through. But beyond that, the 8, Priceless Pearl, we can confirm is out. Gary John, how do we go about surviving this maiden plate, 1,900 meters, our longest race so far?
Cecil, I'm in full force here with Roller the Viking. I did hear about it from the stable last time out. It got beaten quite easily. It came second in its last run, but it was beaten by nearly 9 lengths. Obviously, I have backed it up with the scratching, and I make the danger Ironmonger. My only question mark with Roller the Viking is the poly track, but this has met the right field. I think it won't have a problem taking to the poly track. And if it does take to the poly track, I think this horse will walk home in this field today. And then just speaking of my danger Ironmonger, it has horses held. I was really impressed with this last run to Captain Oliver. Also knowing Captain Oliver ran behind Actor, and the Actor form line is one of the strongest form lines in Durban at the moment, I find. So I'm in full force here with Roller the Viking, and my second choice will be Ironmonger. We should definitely get through here. If you guys want to bank a Roller the Viking, I don't blame you one bit. I'll be having a bet on it.
Okay, well, of course, we haven't got your resources, Gary John, but certainly a very confident selection indeed. 2, Roller the Viking, now at around 9 to 10, race number 6. A last opportunity to get a local double going, and that is with the running of race number 7. We have a very short price favorite once again. This is a maiden plate over the 1400 meters. We should be underway with race number 7, the 7th of 8 at 2 minutes to the hour of 4. All right, so we're talking about race number 7, and don't forget, we are looking forward to the final field announcement, the barrier draw, on the 20th of November at Turpentine Racecourse, or at least the race will be at Turpentine, venue yet to be announced. Come back into KZN Racing and go Grayson, go. Good to see Frikkie Kraling have another winner. You say it is 2 winners now since he took out his full license at Gary John, but I think he's going to get a lot more. He has got so much experience. When I first came on the scene, he was Mike de Kock's assistant. He became an assistant to Charlie Ladd. The CV goes on. He's been assistant to the Cotson stable. He's been assistant to all the top boys, and we certainly wish him well.
Yes, definitely, Cecil. It's really nice to see him get off the mark, and with the stock he's got, he's doing really well in my opinion, and he's one to watch out for, old Frikkie. And also, just speaking on my best bet of the day, it's his stable with Daryl Daniels. The yards in form, the jockeys in form. This horse, Go Grayson, Go. It's very hard to look past it. I mean, just talking on its run to Artist Model, 3 direct winners. Artist Model come out to win in a very strong race after this run, and also just speaking on Amigo coming out to win, and Dapper. Those are the 3 direct winners. I think this form line's strong enough to beat this bunch. I do know the stable think quite a bit about this horse, and it is fancy today. Just looking at a horse like Real War, which does have it held on the I Salute You run, but I feel today Go Grayson Go will definitely reverse the form line. Real War is a very hard ride, and I'm not convinced on its last run. And then just speaking about the stable companion to Real War, Bound by Destiny, I make this the danger. Once again, wasn't the strongest bunch first time out. Very suspect on this form line. And I just feel this is the perfect field for Go Grayson Go to break its maiden. I think it'll get it right today. I'm having a full go on it, and I make it my best bet.
We wish you well with Go Grayson Go. Certainly that second round much improved. Just the same profile as the winner they had the other day. It didn't go off fancied first time out, but was well backed second time out and did not disappoint. That's Frikkie Kraling and Mr. Daryl Daniels teaming up. Race 7, number 8. Bright Future Merit Rated 73 will round up our race meeting at Hollywood Bets Greyville. It is over the 1400 meters. We should be off at 27 minutes to 5 with the running of race number 8. And just having a look at the top of the boards, one of the softer favorites, the 4 Sweeper Keeper, is at 28 to 10. The 7 Rafiki is at 3 to 1. 15 to 4, the 3 Tea Time Triple, and then it's 9 to 2. That is about the Stuart Fair trained Tea Time Triple, 15 to 4 rather, and 9 to 2 about the 1. Benny in the area. Now, race number 8 is off at 27 minutes to 5, Mr. Gary John. We've got easier to back a favorite here, and unlike some of the odds that we have looked at. But you're not even going with that favorite. You're going with a bit of value here.
Cecil, yes. I made my value play today, Beach Palace. I feel like it's priced up wrong at the odds. I think it's about 25 to 1. Just speaking on its last run to Forgiveness, it came off a rest. It showed some speed, now dropping to the 1400. We've seen what Forgiveness did. It came out in Joburg and won, and then ran a great third in a feature. So I think this horse is down in class, and it's worth every penny at the price. Maybe it can sneak into the places, if not win it for us. Only slight concerns, the draw 9, but it should overcome because it's got some speed. Just speaking on possible dangers, Sweeper Keeper, I think it's also met the right bunch today, and also Tea Time Tipple. It does run well on the poly, and it's got some nice form lines to neither here nor there. Twice, 2 runs to Strathclyde, a second and a fourth, and it's also one on the poly. And if you go back to its maiden run to King of the Gauls, 2.3 lengths, definitely can pop up in my eyes. And another consistent sort, Benny, in the area. You have to have respect for it. But my first choice here will be Beach Palace. I'll be having a nibble on it. I think that forgiveness form line is good enough against this bunch, and I think it's way down in class.
And just to round off, it is now chance right. Daryl Daniels is Beach Palace in race number 8. Also in race 8, confirmed yesterday. Gavin Arena once again deputizes for the indisposed Mr. Muzieni on number 8, Irish Luck. And that rounds it off for our look at Hollywood Bets Grable.